Hey everyone, welcome to Ellis Mowers. I appreciate y'all watching the channel as always. Today we're going to fix a common problem. I actually have two mowers here that have the same problem with steering. They stem from the newish MTD tractors, the ones that have been made in the last 20 years basically. This one example in particular is a Craftsman LT 1500. This would apply to Troy Bilt Pony, Troy Bilt Bronco, Huskee LT 4200s. Maybe even some lower level Cub Cadets. I'm not quite sure on that. Bolens lawn tractors, a bunch of makes. It's a very similar setup. But today we've got an issue with it'll turn one way, but pops or will not turn the other way. So that's what we've got going on. We're gonna get right into it and fix this issue. And if you have any questions about it or anything you see on the channel, feel free to reach out to me, Ellis at ellismowers.com. I also have affiliate links down below if you need to buy any parts for cars or lawnmowers. Got a couple partners down there to give you a little bit of a discount. Let's go ahead and get started on this repair. I'll show you what we need to do to replace what is a steering gear on this MTD, Craftsman, Troy Bilt, whatever you have, lawn tractor. So this specifically is the part that we're going to replace. When we look on this model, it has a smaller gas tank and it looks like I have room down there to fetch it. Where it lives right here above or under the steering gear. You can see the steering gear has some wear in it, but nowhere near the point where it's going to mess things up. So let's get under the mower and see what we've got to deal with in order to get the steering shaft off to replace this part. And before we get under the mower, one thing I do want to add is that tires that are flat or low on air will make these wear out really fast. They'll wear kind of a rub hole in them just because you're trying to crank on them and you stress them out. So number one, to prevent this, be sure that your tires at least hold air. This one's fairly slick. And be sure that all your pivot points, even though these don't have grease points on these lower level MTDs, are free of debris and even at least sprayed down with WD-40. Now let's go underneath the tractor as promised. You're gonna see I gotta get down here too. A number 3 screwdriver bit. I think you could see it on the viewfinder there. But where are we? I can't get down here to see it very well. It's right here, right there, and you've got to loosen that up in order to get it off. A little bit hard to show. There it is. You can use an impact. I'm going to try using a 1/4-inch ratchet and socket with a 1/4-inch socket on it and a bit on the end because I'm trying not to break my bits. When you get that off, I'll show you. And lowering the deck might help to get down there a little bit as well. And then we should be able to pull this shaft up and replace that piece fairly easily. Alright guys, so here's what I did. I had a number 3 or PH3 bit, a 20-volt impact, which got that screw off, bolt, whatever you want to call it. Then what you're able to do is just lift on the shaft and get it out of the hole there, and this washer will pop out. So as you can see, it's a little oblong here as opposed to this one. Let me put you on the tripod and I'll show you. You can kind of see that there's more wear, and you can see the other one through there, the new one through there, that is. So that's what's going on. Now what you have to do, this is the tricky part. Raise the shaft up, pull the shaft out of the way for the moment. You can kind of leave it propped up like that. I'm going to try to go on the other side. We've got to get these nut grooves into the little the hex slot under the steering there, which is a little tricky. You can take this bracket off with the fuel tank, but I'm trying to do it without having to do that. So I reach in here, and we got it in. Then we'll put the steering shaft back on. Make sure that your steering wheel is straight and that your tires are straight. That way it'll track straight when the steering wheel's straight. And now all you got to do is come back under the mower and screw in the screw where it's supposed to go in the shaft, which I think y'all are able to see that. If not, you kind of see the area where I'm working here. Seems like it's a little bit, oh, it's got Loctite on it. That's why it's hard to get off. Not a good design, MTD. The old ones, when I was researching exactly how to do this, have a nut instead of this cheap number 3 bit here. And so I guess I got it back in. Seems to be a little bit of play, but I think that's the way it's kind of supposed to be. So, oh, I think my hands are all in the way, but anyways, y'all get the premise. There it is, back in. And now, if you come up here, you have steering motion both ways. Left, right. That's a little tight there on that side, but I'll lube it up a little bit. I think it's kind of binding up back here on a piece of, I don't know what, grass or something. Because you want to make sure you have good freedom of movement with your steering. And right there I don't. So I'm going to lube up all the pivot points that I have. And which is like right here, 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 right there. Right here, right there where the steering shaft is, right there, and then a couple on the other side. I'll put the deck back on. I will air up the tires. We will drive this thing around, and hopefully this, well, we know that it'll at least be fixed for now. They need to keep the tires up. That is the #1 thing you have to do on these MTDs, is keep the tires at the proper pressure, which is 14 PSI. This one again is pretty slick. I'm sure that it's got a couple of small pinholes in it. Probably right there is one. And maybe a couple other places. So I'll recommend that he replaces his right front tire as well. Let me lube everything up. We'll go for a test drive and wrap this video up. Alright guys, so I'll put some sealer in the tires and pumped them up. And I'll show you that it steers both ways now. So there's still a little bit of play in the gear, but that's mostly from the worn gear itself on the steering shaft, and there's no way to replace that unless you replace the whole steering shaft, so we're not going to do that. But we got this customer back up and running. I'll go run around and test it with it real quick just to make sure that nothing crazy pops up. I'll tell him that he does need a tire and that it's probably cheaper for a tire shop to do it than me. So he could probably get in and out for about $100 for a tire, and I have the tools, but I'd rather a tire shop do it for him than me. Because it'll run fine as long as you keep air in it. The sealer may have helped it. The sealer, what I use is automatic transmission fluid through a funnel, and I just pour it in there and compress the tire and let it roll back up and suck the fluid in there. Let me test it. Might take you for a ride, then we'll finish this video up. Alright guys, just cranked it up. Okay like that too. It's always good to have it moving when you're steering because it will wear out that bushing pretty bad. I'll make sure the blades work for them too here. Good deal. I do need to tighten that bolt back down for him, but that's about it. So let me get it in the garage. We'll wrap this video up. Alright guys, so that concludes this video. I've already taken the mower back to the customer and it's steering just fine. Again, it's a fairly easy fix as long as you have the right tools. That screw, if you have the screw set up, is a little difficult. You try not to strip it. The threads on mine thankfully weren't that rusted, though it does have that Loctite in there, so it's gonna try and hold until it finally breaks that Loctite loose. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Make sure you have the right bit there in order for it to work, and you should be good to go. So I hope this video helped you fix your mower, and thank you all for watching. I tried to keep it as consolidated as I can here on this video for more of a how-to type as opposed to a storytelling type as to the process of fixing one mower. Anyways, thank you again for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at Ellis at ellismowers.com or at ellismowers09 on Instagram and Facebook. And I have affiliate links down below if you find any of those of interest in terms of mower parts, auto lighting, and whatever else may be down there. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. See you then.